hello, and aloha, y'all. This is Ms. Chantel Boucher back here from Believers in Business Creative slash Believers in Business Social. And I have a very special guest with me today, my friend, Mr. Matthew JC. How you doing today?
Doing good.
Yeah,
Doing good.
yeah. And I'm gonna give Matthew a chance to kind of chat about himself, and we're really fortunate to have partnered up for the next event that we're having, our casino night that we're having. A portion of the proceeds are actually going to be donated to a really amazing cause, an amazing program that I feel very passionate about. I know some of you know that I have a big music background and whatnot, and so I have a heart for music, and I do believe that it is very healing. And so, with that being said, it's called Operation Rock the Troops. But Matthew has an amazing background himself, very super impressive. So I will let him, tell you guys a little bit about himself and about his background and his program that he has.
That's a very open-ended question. But I feel like I've done this a bunch of times. So I will say this. For me, my world, my life changed. I've always been a musician. I've always been a creative artist. But in 2001, 9/11, my life changed with many others when that happened. And I wanted to do something about it. But instead of picking up a weapon, my choice was to pick up something healing, and that was my guitar. And I contacted, and who knew that you could do this? But I'm very persistent. I contacted the Pentagon and said, what do I need to do? My perception of reality is that if you send over national artists, it creates a warning to those bases and creates, extra work that they don't want with a celebrity going over there. I'm like, I'm a nobody. I don't care if anybody knows me, but send me wherever you want. By 2006 and a lot of meetings and phone calls, I finally got the phone call, and we went on our first 30-day world tour for our US troops. And as of today, we've completed 7 world tours, 15 countries, 40 military bases, and over 1,000 concerts, including 2 cross-country tours to 18 cities in the US. And our goal was always simple, and that was to make sure we would be the first veteran charity that had a network TV show. And in 2014, and it's still available, it released on Amazon Prime and Hulu. It's only on Amazon Prime right now, but Operation Rock the Troops, if you type it into Amazon Prime, you could see the story of how we started in the 7 world tours. What we didn't know is I wasn't supposed to film about 70% of what I filmed on the bases. So the Pentagon made me, with due rights, take down some of the footage. So we told a story basically about me and my team and how we created it from scratch. And the idea was to inspire people that it only takes one person, one thought, one purpose for you to change the world. And I cannot sing well. I cannot play guitar better than anybody else. So why in God's name am I the one that's going on the tour? But we showed you how we pulled it all off, because nothing happens for free. And touring around the world is not easy. As cool as all of these things sound, I would probably bet that most people would have quit before they even found out what you have to do to even get this to actually work with the Pentagon, let alone repeat it 7 times. But hindsight, when that movie came out in 2014, 2016 is when we really wanted to take it to another level. And we wanted to have not just one documentary on a network, but the TV series. And we've had a couple, I don't want to say failures, um, because everything in life, fail is really first attempt in learning.
Yeah.
So what did we learn from it? Well, we put out another movie called Light Up to Live, and we toured across the US trying to heal veterans suffering with TBI. But that movie was stopped because we were using a medical product, and the FDA blocked us from using that movie to be released. It would be considered a media buy, so we didn't want to do that. And we came up with another concept, and that concept is what we currently do right now, and it's our #1 program in our charity, where 100% of our money, there are no people in our charity that get a paycheck. I have not gotten a salary in 20 years. I've never been paid other than expenses. No one has, because that's just how we operate. Plus, there really is no one else. We just have a bunch of volunteers. There's besides our board meeting that's done through Zoom calls,
Yeah.
there's just a heart and a passion for music. But what we created is a songwriting healing camp. And the TV series and the program work in a 7 day mission. It can happen anywhere in the world. We do them all over. And what it is that the veteran learns through our healing camp by learning how to write in a journal. We set everyone up in a group session, and depending on the location, it could be around a campfire, it could be in a castle in Ireland, it can be just in a regular room and a big table. But what it is you basically speak about your struggles that you faced when you were returning home and solutions that go with it. The veteran gets paired up with a national recording artist as well as our band, our national artists. And you have a 48-hour window to write a song, and then you have to perform that song on stage. So 3 steps: the camp itself, the healing, learning how to write in the journal; 2, pairing up with the national artist; 3, performing that song. But what makes it even better is we found out that even when you're done performing the song, there's a lot of charities that will take you on a hunting trip or a fishing trip, and after those 7 days, bing, bing, boom, you're done. You got a great experience, and that charity really cared about you, which is awesome. But we wanted to be a little bit different because we wanted to make sure that people went through our camp continued on in music. So by doing that, what we instilled is now you get to go to a recording studio. You get to record that song and learn if you don't know, because some veterans do know, because we've partnered with some veterans that are amazing musicians, and we've partnered with some that have never played an instrument before. So, and if you do want to learn an instrument, we have in the past purchased either a drum set or got them a guitar or bass, depending on what they wanted to move forward with, because we want to see that improvement. Healing isn't one magic pill that heals you. Though we do believe that music and songwriting, what makes it so beautiful, it's the only, if you want to call it a drug, that if I took an Advil because I have a bad back, it doesn't help you with your back.
Yeah.
But if I write a song, it helps me speak up and tell you about something that happened in my life. And then when you listen to it, you realize that you're not alone. So
Yes.
music is the only thing that helps multiple people. And we thought that even after they record the song, perform the song live, if we made it into a music video, we could then paint the picture of the story of that veteran. And that's a process that is healing all in its own, because what we believe more than anything and what music is a form of speaking up. When words fail, music speaks.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, or me as a musician, I actually see music. I don't hear music. And maybe that sounds funny to people, but if I watch you play something on guitar, I can copy it. If I close my eyes and you play that part, my ears aren't like another musician's that can replicate it. I have to see it for it. So I also believe in seeing music, and that is music videos. And what we have seen, we've now completed 7 camps. We're currently on our current camp, our 2024 camp, which ends at Billy Bob's on September 15th, where 4 veterans that wrote a song with us will get up on stage and perform their songs at Billy Bob's on September 15th. Our next camp
For those
finishes
of you
November.
who don't know where Billy Bob's is, that's in Fort Worth.
That's in Fort Worth. That is the biggest honky tonk
Yes.
venue in all of Texas.
Yes.
It's so cool that we're actually playing there.
That
I'm
is,
not gonna lie.
I'll be there. I'll definitely be there.
I'm not a country guy, but for some reason we're playing country songs more now. It's probably because people, for some reason, in the metal scene or the hard rock scene, everybody's so excited that your album comes out, but they never want to pay for it. They go to Spotify, and then we get 2 cents, and
Yes.
Spotify gets to buy mansions and fancy cars, and we get nothing. But in the country world, for some reason, you get paid more. I don't know how that works, but that's just a funny sidebar about music. But we're really excited. So all of the money that we raise right now goes towards supporting those veterans. So those 4 veterans, on September 15th, you can actually witness in real life that when you donate, you can actually see who it's helping. You can meet David Brown, Keon. You'll meet Josh Stone, who's singing with us. And there's another veteran, I'm not going to say their name just yet, that you'll be able to see, because we're still promoting it, so I don't want to release everything. But you'll hear their stories, you'll hear their songs on the stage September 15th. So you'll be a part of the process.
It's so awesome. That is so awesome. And I love what you're doing because in a sense it's just so unique, and how you said, somebody takes an Advil or somebody seeks some kind of help, it's not as impactful to the people around them. And that's how people heal, is by being impacted by the people around them in general,
Right,
feeling like they have a commonality, feeling like they belong and all that sort of
right.
things. I love what you guys are doing. And
You have to normalize speaking up. If there's
yeah,
something
especially
wrong,
do
you
you
have to
find that
speak
it is,
up.
do you find that it is more difficult for men, and do you ever have women in the program?
Yeah, we've done two all female camps. Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, we've done the female camps. We've also done mixed camps as well. So of course we have females. Their problems. Listen, everybody is different,
Yeah.
but women face different problems than
Oh
men,
yeah.
as
100.
well as they face the same ones. So of course you have to do a program that focuses on them. Actually, the first songwriting healing camp we did, I did for women,
Oh
which yeah,
yeah.
most people didn't, they're like, what are you doing? You don't know anything about women. I go like this, and that's why I'm doing
You're like,
this.
"Yeah, exactly. At
This
least
is how you learn. You
yeah.
speak up. I don't know your problems, so tell me them so that I can better understand. Don't assume, you know.
Yes. And men and women are different. It's one of my favorite things about men is that they're not women.
I
Okay.
I I concur. It's science.
It's just facts.
It's science.
Science.
But yes,
Science.
yes, but it's and again, besides just even men and women, individuals are
Yeah.
different, and everyone needs
Totally.
because we know specifically in our charity that we're not for everybody. Some veterans really do need a different charity to specifically help them with their need, and other charities help people out with other needs. And someone questioned me, they're like, "Why are you spending all this money to help four veterans?" And I'm like, "Well, if I save one life, how do you put a price tag on that?" And we're not a charity that hey, we did 1,000 meals for veterans on Thanksgiving. I'm like, that's wonderful that they had one meal.
Right.
To me, the old passage, or that that you could say is, you can teach a man, or you can give a man a fish.
Right.
I'm sorry, you can give a human a fish,
Yeah.
but you can't. They eat for one day and they're done. You want to teach them how to fish. And
Yes.
with music, I'm teaching you to speak up.
Yes. Well, and it's
And
something that carries on past that too as well, So when they learn these kinds of skills, or when they start learning what works for them is with their journaling and getting their feelings and their emotions out on paper, and then releasing that into the world, it is more, it's not like a band-aid. It is something um truly I believe is very healing, like I even said in the opening of this, because it is. And it's been like that for me too as well. I've been kind of through a lot myself too as well, and have been through really traumatizing situations, like with fires and things like that. I don't know if you knew about any of this, but I came from California. My house burned down. I lost everything. People died. It was very, very horrific.
traumatic.
I saw
Yeah.
things very traumatic. And I had PTSD myself after the fire like that because of the things that I had seen. And I remember thinking to myself one night when I felt like a trigger. There was like a thunderstorm outside, okay? And I love thunderstorms. I'm cool now. I love them again, but it really was triggering for me. And the thought that came in my head was like, this is what people in the military go through. This is so torturous. And I can understand how somebody would take their life, because it's like a feeling that I've never felt before, and I do not wish upon anybody. And
No.
that helped me with it was music and painting.
Right.
Got
And it's funny, one of the things that you say, and I've had some people disagree with me, but I also don't agree with the acronym PTSD.
hmm
And people are like, well, what do you? I go like this. It's not a disorder. You're, it's post traumatic stress.
yes.
It's not a disorder. You don't have a disease.
I
It,
agree with you on
and,
that.
and and I hate that word, because that word all of a sudden, in my mind, don't get me wrong, and this is my own personal humbled opinion,
Yeah.
is that you don't have a disorder. You know what I mean? Because that makes somebody think that I have a problem, and that
Yeah.
instantly makes you quiet,
Yes.
makes you go, I don't want anyone to know that I have this issue. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, the number one way that you solve this is you have to discuss it. This is where therapy sessions come into play. Like, how does talking solve things? Because you're getting it out of your brain.
Yeah, because
Holy
it's trapped in here, and then it just
bad.
festers and it turns into many other issues.
Right. and you also, and the more it stays in you, the more that you think that you're the only one that's dealing with it.
Yeah.
And the moment that you reveal that you're not the only one doing it, and that's what music does, hence why when you listen to a song, it can take you back to good moments or bad moments,
Yeah.
but it can take you somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's what speaking up does. It moves you forward.
Yes, absolutely. And I just, again, even though I have not been in the military or anything like that, being somebody who has, dealt with that type of thing. And you're right, I don't believe in the disorder part as well. It would allude to the fact that there's something wrong with you, but it's because of what you've gone through. It just didn't come from nowhere. It just didn't get fabricated from nothing. And so, what do you feel like is some of the goals for you guys right now? What are the next short-term goals that you have that we
Well,
can maybe
right
be?
now, our biggest struggle is because it's just really me trying to raise money. I mean, we
Yeah.
don't really get awesome opportunities like this. And, we just don't have that much help. So we've, I guess we're on our sixth or seventh camp.
Okay.
But when you're trying to make a TV series, it costs money to have it meet the deliverables needed of a distribution company or a network like Amazon, Hulu, or Netflix.
Sure.
So for us, we're always raising the money because a lot of people can't see what we've done
Hmm.
until they watch the show. So if
Yes.
you've never watched a TV show, you can't really understand or fathom what we're doing. But
Yes.
if anybody out there in your program wants to see an episode, you can go to our YouTube channel right now. We actually launched our pilot season that did win the best military documentary Emmy in 2023.
Nice.
So we put short little, like I think 7 minute, 5 to 7 minute long episodes, and every other Monday we launch it. But our pilot episode, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, there was no money. So it's just
Yeah.
me with a camera and 3 GoPros.
Yeah.
But when you watch it, you as a viewer, you're not going to realize, oh my God, they didn't film this the exact way that I watch my Netflix shows. You're going to see it. But our past 3 camps, we have filmed at that caliber. And so we are excited for people to see it. But right now, our current struggle is raise the money, put the shows on it. So we're in talks with Amazon Prime right now. And we are probably, I mean, knock on wood, we will be on the network by the end of the year.
Yes. I will be praying for that to
Yeah.
happen. For real.
I'm not going to pray because it's going to take no prayers to get there. It's just going to take some damn hard, good work and some money. And
Yeah.
because we already know we have the product. So I'm done praying. It's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Good. You're like, it's happening. I love
Yeah.
that.
Though I
Well,
love prayers, but we
well,
don't need them.
we we need all
We
the
need,
we pick
we
D.
need donations.
D donations. And so so our event that you're gonna be there. Are you gonna be there at our event? Are you gonna be in town for that? Um
Let me thank you. Your event
on the
is,
19th, August
oh, I
19th.
love where you're doing it at. I love Three Nations.
We have a
It's,
great relationship with them. They've sponsored previous events for us and they've
do
been
you have any, is anybody performing?
we have a DJ this time.
Oh, okay,
Because we
cool.
got, the casino tables and everything out. So
Yeah, wonderful.
there is a place outdoors. Hey, if you're interested, there you can perform outside because it's all indoor outdoor there. And so there is
Fine.
that
Yeah,
there,
I know it very well. How many people do you think you're expecting?
about 100.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I love it.
You know,
So
100
I,
people or a little over
I
100.
am, I love that your dress attire is casual clothing, caps and hats. It's hot, dressed comfortable. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
So I will definitely be there on August 19th, without a doubt. If you guys are supporting me, I'm supporting you. So
Yeah.
there's no question I will be
Yeah.
there.
And then so just so you know, and for maybe first timers coming to the event, sponsors or people that are a part of it that's going to be in the program when you first walk in, we have our sponsors in there, and then we'll have Matthew JC's Operation Rock the Troops on there, and he's going to have a gold VIP bracelet on. That's how you can identify him too as well, and you'll be able to talk to people personally, and you're going to give them little star stickers to put on their little brochures that they have. So once they've talked to all the sponsors and the people involved with it, they get these like a raffle ticket after they turn in their program, and they'll get prizes and stuff, as well as we have a Texas Hold'em competition tournament.
Oh, so cool.
Yes, so we're looking forward to seeing you, Matthew. I super appreciate
I'm
it on
excited.
me.
Say
I
that again.
appreciate you hopping on with me.
Heck yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And so if you guys would like to come to our next event on August 19th, you can get tickets at believersinbusinesssocial.com. And if you want to check out Matthew's organization, just go to operationrockthetroops.org. Correct?
There it is.
Bam. And watch it on you said Amazon Prime. And what was
No,
the name?
well, Amazon Prime is the original movie, or you could watch the Songwriting Healing Camp at Operation Rock the Troops on YouTube.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. All righty, y'all. See y'all later. Bye.
Thank you.